And a big good afternoon to everyone. Gil here. Welcome to our daily
Cool.
internet marketing at noon session, where we provide live support and training for everybody that is on our internet marketing and affiliate list. There are those among you just getting started on the internet, want to create a part-time or a full-time income blogging. Welcome. If you have any marketing campaigns you need some help with or reviewed, let us know so we can keep you moving forward. Otherwise, we do have some content here lined up for you, continuing some success principles that have worked very well for the entrepreneurs in our program. And Lauren, whenever you are ready, just do one more mic test. But we do see the screen and ready to rock.
Fantastic. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep, good to go.
Awesome. Okay, perfect. So today we're going to be continuing our segment, which is success principles. So there's 5 of them. Today we're on conquering beliefs, and then just so you guys can see, this is where we're heading. So these success principles, yesterday we touched on having a clear goal. Today we're going to emphasize and spend a lot of time on that, getting a strong belief system that you can actually achieve that success. And then later in the week in the segments, we're going to go over environment, modeling mentors, and focusing on the bigger picture. So here's the big thing with beliefs. With 100% belief, things can change in an instant. And, you can hear this, you can believe or not believe this is a true statement, but I can say from my personal experience, probably Gil's the same way, it really is true. As soon as everything gets in line with what you're trying to work on, it's amazing how quickly things can just fall into place. And whatever struggles you've been having, they literally just melt away. So as far as, there's 4 different things that we're going to cover as far as mastering your beliefs. The important one is raising your own personal belief level. So if you, and we're going to dive into a lot more about belief levels, but if you don't have a high level of belief, whether they're good beliefs or bad beliefs, but if you don't have a high level of your belief, you're not going to be getting results. Then once you're identifying which beliefs you want and don't want, going through how to change those beliefs, believing in yourself and focusing on personal development is a huge factor. And then kind of tying into that is to get out of your comfort zone and start to make some progress. So using your beliefs, why would we be using beliefs to help us, in these success principles? Well, here's why beliefs are so strong and pretty much, a key element of all of this success principles. So you need to always be getting your belief mastered first before you even tackle or start a project. Right now I'm in the process of building a new business. So before I can even go about putting the steps into place as far as getting this business off the ground, I need to have the belief level and have this confidence in myself that I can actually believe and see this business being functioning. If you cannot get your belief level up, if you and your subconscious don't believe that I could actually say start this business, or oh, you know what, maybe I don't have the strong belief that this business could actually make money, or different things in that. If I don't have a super high belief level, it doesn't matter how many awesome steps go into building this business, they'll be pretty much irrelevant. So that's why you have to work on that belief level first. And then that being said, with your strategies, you can have fantastic strategies. I can come up with all these great even marketing strategies to promote my new business, but having those fantastic strategies and business plans and all of that just themselves will not get you to your goal. You have to have a belief that it's possible. And pretty much, and the cool thing too is using your belief. And as we go into that, the higher belief, the great thing with it is as you're doing these actions and getting better results, that's going to help you also achieve higher and higher beliefs. And that also builds the momentum. And then an interesting thing with this, just why beliefs are important, is pretty much your self-image, like they say, is congruent with your income level, which means if you go have a job and you're getting $30,000 a year, your self-image, the way you view yourself is you're worth about $30,000 a year. You might even feel antsy and think, oh, you know what, I need to get paid more. But if you don't actually believe that you're worth more than, say, $30,000 a year, you're going to stay at those levels. So you need to make sure, and that belief, you believe that you're somebody that has, abundance of money, or you're super successful. And that's where that belief also ties in as far as, managing these success principles and implementing them in your business, is because if you cannot see yourself as a successful, business owner, making, thousands and thousands, or, hundreds of thousands, or whatever it might be. If you can't picture that and believe it's possible, then you're not going to get to that level in your own business. So kind of touch base on it, but pretty much what a belief level is you want to get that. So it's a sense of knowing that something's going to be happening, and there's not a shadow of a doubt. We all struggle with making sure that those doubts, stay pretty far out of our realm. But at the same time, the higher and the less doubt you have, that equals a higher belief level. And when you have, your belief level high in all areas, when I say exponentially explode, it literally means just that. If you have a high belief level that your business is successful, your self-image is lined up, everything is lined up. It's just like, we say, hey, you need to take action before all of the lights are green when you're going to drive there. Well, when your belief level is high in all those different areas, it literally is like driving with all green lights. And then also to keep in mind, where you are now doesn't mean that's where you'll stay. And by that being said, where that comes down to your belief level. If your belief level is all you can achieve is, say, burger flipper at McDonald's, and that's where your belief level is, that's where you will stay. But, you can be doing and, actively being a burger flipper, but if your belief level is that, you are somebody that's going to be achieving success, and kind of where you're going to end up, then that means that you're not destined or to fall into that trap of staying jobs unfulfilled in all of that aspect. So just make sure your belief level's in line with what you going. So, and here's the self-image, and I think but it's how you see your money in your life. It's not going to be coming in, so you have to raise up those belief levels and work on that. And how do you do that? Well, that's all tied into all the personal development. We touched a lot on goals yesterday, and that's where we spent our time. And if you don't believe that these goals are either possible, attainable, something that you are capable of doing, doesn't matter all of the goals and intentions that you set forth. You have to believe and see yourself actually accomplishing it. And then it kind of ties in, as you start to have this strong belief in yourself, it's also going to mirror the belief that you have in others. So surrounding yourself with like-minded people, and we're going to go into a big segment on that when we're going over environment on the next session. But surrounding yourself, it makes you not just believe in yourself to be around like-minded people, but you believe in their success. And, kind of almost like a peer pressure idea. But, if you're surrounding yourself with people that are actively being successful in their life, it also helps to believe that, oh, well, if, John's doing it, well, I know that I can do it because I'm not that different than John, and John and I do a lot of the same things. So by going and surrounding yourself with people that are having fantastic results, you not only, it strengthens the belief in yourself, but then you get to the point that you genuinely want their success. And this comes down to a lot of other beliefs we're about to tackle, but wanting other people's success and wanting to help them, and raising their belief in themselves and your belief in them. It's a wonderful community environment, and that's what we're all focusing on. So you have these beliefs, and as you go through these personal development, and none of this is going to just click overnight. Definitely go through these trainings, get a sense of things, and really start to figure it out, and also identify what your beliefs is. But pretty much when you're going to be going forward to change your belief, you have to realize this: a belief is just an opinion you chose to accept as a fact. That, anything that's a belief, I'll say it again, it's an opinion and you chose to accept it as a fact. So beliefs aren't necessarily facts. They're completely, on different realms. So it's just the fact that your mind believes that it's true does not necessarily mean it was true. Case being said, if you have an idea that something's not possible, it's an opinion of yourself, or you took the opinion of somebody else that said it wasn't possible, and you consciously, subconsciously, we'll get into all those things, but basically you decided that that would be true for yourself. Just like the way that they say, catching a cold or something. Oh my goodness, if somebody sneezes near you, are you going to catch the cold? Well, a lot of people have the belief that if someone sneezes near them, they will get sick. But that's an opinion. Either you chose to believe, okay, well, when somebody sneezes, okay, the germs go in the air, I breathe the germs, that makes me sick. Or you heard it from somebody else. It could be, your mother saying, oh, from the time you were a kid, if somebody sneezes on you, you're going to get sick, stay away from it, cover your mouth. It could be a doctor telling you that, anything like that. But it doesn't necessarily mean it's a fact that it will happen. I've been sneezed on and I don't get sick. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. A fact happens every single time. Beliefs, that would be a choice that you choose to believe. If someone sneezes on you, you will get sick. And guess what? Your belief can influence it. So if you strongly believe that's possible, you're going to start seeing that in your life. So really think about, what opinions do you want to be true in your life? And I like, this one is one that I've been working on, is the fact that you're not exceptional. You can be awesome, you can be all these things, but you're not exceptional. And by exceptional, I mean that you're no different than people who have success. A lot of it, we work through comparisons and get a sense and thoughts and, oh my goodness, you see, huge giant celebrities like Bill Gates or, wealthy people, Trump, Kiyosaki, all those type of people. And you start to think, oh my goodness, I'm not like them. And you start to compare yourself to these successful people. And that also starts to set you up to the fact that, oh, well, you can't achieve that success because you're not like them. So they're just people too. And just really getting a sense of that. So the first thing is, you're not exceptional. There's no difference between yourself and someone who has success. And then there's also a lot of the entitlement. You're entitled to it. These beliefs can also come down to, I was raised in the wrong neighborhood. My parents were like this. They weren't like this. All of these things are beliefs that feel like you're entitled to it. So being a sense of, everything, it happens so easy for them, but I have to work really hard to get it. No, you're entitled. If somebody can do it effortlessly and happily, you're entitled to that same thing. It's on you to be able to make sure that the process goes that way and have that belief level, that something doesn't have to be a complete struggle, but you're entitled to just the same aspects of somebody else. And then you can achieve the same success that you see around you. As you're looking at mentors or people that have the things that you want to, you have to believe that you can achieve it to the same level or even greater, huge greater. But if you don't have the belief system that you're going to achieve it, it's going to be a very, very long uphill battle. And abundance mentality. The idea, if your belief is deeply rooted in the scarcity mentality, which unfortunately most of us were even raised in, money doesn't grow on trees. You have to struggle for money. My family's very big in budgeting, and always saying, well, you know what, we have to make choices. We don't have that much money. Even then, and I grew up in middle class, and middle class, it's hard because it's like you have some money, but for my parents, they came from poor. They've raised themselves to middle class, but what I've noticed is that the middle class really has this hard, scarcity mentality at the bottom end, because they own, for the most part, they're trading their time for dollars, so there's only one way to get income. That's what they're relying on to get money. And if they don't have the money, they have all of these huge liabilities to support, houses and vacations and all this middle class lifestyle. And oh my goodness, if they don't have the money coming in because they only have one real good source to achieve the money, that's where this mentality comes in. And, I noticed that regards as far as money influence, but also as far as helping others achieve success. And I put that in there because I feel it's very important, especially as a coach. It's made me grow because wanting the success of others is really about not having scarcity. You want the success of others. Why? Because you know that there's abundance in the world. Whether or not they're even your direct competition, but just not worrying about helping someone else because you're afraid that if they're successful, it's going to take this finite amount of money away from you. And really focusing on others and achieving, focusing on their success really expands and allows you to come into this abundance mentality, which is so important. So I was really noticing that. And there's just things, as I'm doing personal development going through, I even catch myself, wondering and oh my goodness, I planning my new business and thinking about future competitors or current competitors, and immediately being a little negative towards it. I'm like, wait a second, why am I feeling negative about another business having success? And I'm like, there's plenty of success in the world. You can model correct behavior, you can do all that. I can start an identical company and not have to worry that there's not enough clients for me once you have this abundance mentality. So anyways, I know I spent a lot of time here, but that's something that I've been really working on and feel it's truly important to just come in and let go and stop stressing about all of that, because it's definitely a huge influence to your success. Comparisons, which I've touched on. Comparing yourself to others and, oh, that person can have success because this, or, oh, I could never do this because I have that. So those are comparisons. But when you're comparing yourself to other people, or other situations or things like that, here's the thing, is you have to be very careful about the questions that you ask. Because if you're comparing and saying, well, I don't have this level of success because this, that's a comparison. And whatever your brain answers, because it will give you answers, those can become ingrained. So if you're asking, well, why is it that that person, he can achieve $1 million a year, and why can't I? Well, then your brain starts to populate it. Oh, well, that guy was, he was born at this age, or he's done this, or he's from here, or blah, 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 blah. And then those become ingrained in you as far as lack. Oh, well, I can't do this because I wasn't born from there. I can't do this because of this. So these are where your beliefs really can trip you up, and it's very sneaky how they can get in. So as best you can, do not compare yourself from a sense of lack. You can compare yourself from a sense of, wow, that's awesome. Look, I'm doing what they're doing and we're both getting success. But if you compare out of lack, be very careful because, well, you shouldn't do it, but be careful because those beliefs can become ingrained about yourself. So subconscious barriers, and Gil shared with me a long time ago, and super fantastic, and I highly recommend going through Bob Proctor's series. But it talks a lot about the subconscious and putting up all the barriers up there. And I'm going to not get too into it. It's better, let Bob explain it to you because it's an amazing course. But pretty much with these are all the beliefs that we put up, and it's really up to you whether you want to choose to allow them in or not. So keeping that in mind, really, really be aware of what comes in. You can think about all the reasons why you can't do something, it won't work, all of this. And if this is what your thoughts are, these are getting into your subconscious. So be very aware of the thoughts that you're thinking, and you need to come up with some sort of a barrier and system. And at the beginning, yeah, you're going to have to consciously be monitoring your thoughts, but it's going to get to the point that you're okay. So just wanted to throw that in there as well. And it really all just comes down to self-image. So, if you're happy and loving yourself, all of this negativity is just going to die away. You're not even going to notice and focus on all of it, if you just work on loving yourself. So why should you do all of this? Well, yes, you want to be successful in business, and all my entrepreneurs, I want you guys to make, tons and tons of money and feel all the success. But here's the bottom line, is working on your beliefs, especially, that's all personal development, and personal development is just phenomenal. The thing to keep in mind is all of the places that you're trying to do and all of that aspect, it's right there. It's just under the surface. You just have to just let it go, let it come out, and let yourself be expressed. And that's where it all comes down to personal development, is self-expression. How do you stop worrying about all the negativity? Who are you as a person? And just let it be coming out. And that transformation is just, there's really no other way. It's different paths, and it's setting out on this path to focus on yourself and happiness. Some of my mentors, they just focus, and they said the key thing is, what can you do to just feel better now, and just work on all these good feelings, and everything else comes into play. So this transformation that you're going to, it literally it doesn't look big at the beginning. You're still walking through the woods here, but taking the time and going on the path of working on yourself versus not working on yourself, that will make all the difference in your business, in your life, in everything. And that's speaking from personal experience. So self-development, it's becoming the best version of yourself, and it's always been there. It's just expressing who you are inside. All the things that you kind of feel timid and awkward and stuff, those feelings are just there because you're not doing what it is that you would really like to be doing. So that being said, just work on becoming the best version of yourself. Invest in your education, both, personal development education. I'm going to a seminar next week, and I'm just thrilled out of my mind. I've heard amazing, amazing things about it, so I'm super excited. So investing in your education, both for personal development as far as, continuing your education, and never thinking that you know everything. Because the second that you think that you know everything, you are officially unteachable. All of this stuff, you didn't know what you didn't know, and it's just amazing how much it is literally, as you get into this and you're learning either new strategies or new principles, both on yourself and in business or other ventures that
Hey Lauren, I'm just gonna jump in here real quick. Your audio cut out there.
But here's the thing is, you don't need to worry, and how we talked yesterday about taking action and things like that. You have skills you can already do and get yourself going. Very quiet, and it's very hard for you to get out and talk. Then don't start on that. What can you do? Maybe you'd be better at writing your thoughts down instead of jumping on videos or things like that. Or if you're even too nervous to write in that sense, share contacts or insights or things. The idea here is just, instead of being so paralyzed because you think you have to have like this whole arsenal of skills to move forward, both in personal development as well as business skills, you have a lot. Just do what you're already good at, and then the rest of them are going to be coming in. So harness whatever it is that you currently have, and then you'll learn new skills. If you don't have any traction with where you are right now, and then you add new skills, you're just going to be completely boggled. So use what you have, and then start throwing in a couple new things, and that really helps to get the ball rolling. Because it's pretty much, as we're going to go into in a couple seconds, as far as teachability, or that might be next time. Anyways, but pretty much, if your glass is completely full, you got to dump some out before you can take some new stuff. So we don't want you to be confused. Work with what you have, and I like this, earn while you learn. So if you're not doing anything and taking action, if you're not dribbling the baskets, if you're not dribbling the ball and, shooting baskets, you can't learn a fancy new technique for dribbling if you're not even practicing the dribbling that you know how right now. So get out there, do what you and self-reliance, oh my goodness, and it's a two-edged sword with this as far as mentors, but you want to be able to you have people you want to model success after, but the biggest thing is being comfortable and loving yourself, And also
Hey, what's
accepting
up,
yourself.
Mai?
And here's all the big things that, were key as far as to not be self-reliant. If you're wondering why you're struggling, well, you're focusing on all the stuff that's wrong. You're playing the entitlement enablement aspect of it, which we've already talked about. The blame game, oh, that's a big one to play. Um, and then excuses of outside factors. Oh, I can't do that because, nobody ever showed me how to do this, or nobody ever did this, or all of these ideas. So you definitely want to have the factor, and not have excuses. And a lot of people that I know very close to me, have a very huge sense of victim mentality. Some of them have been dealing with that since childhood, and they just can't let it go. So releasing that victim mentality, things don't happen to you, they happen for you. And getting this self-reliance is also a part of, self-development and really moving forward. And like I said, life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you, is the belief that you need to have. Even the most awful thing, most of the time, it's not really going to make or break, and kind of looking, okay, well, instead of focusing on having a challenge defeat you, let the challenge make you better. And taking responsibility for your life. Oh my goodness, this is a crazy one. This is not what society teaches us. It's not what anybody does. I'm not sports minded, but it happened to pop up, and it was kind of funny. There's somebody right now who fell asleep at a baseball game, and now he's suing. I don't know who, but anyways, either the baseball game people or the sports announcers. But anyways, he's suing them because he fell asleep at the baseball game, and then the reporters and stuff were making fun of him because they were laughing how somebody could, fall asleep during this important baseball game. Blah blah blah. So look at that. Instead of, he felt hurt. I mean, it was his choice. Whatever happened in his life, he fell asleep, and he can justify it all he wants. Oh, I worked so hard. Oh, I was this. I wasn't really sleeping. I was, instead of just owning up to, yeah, I fell asleep. Whoops. Or, he's going to have to sue them. And I know he's suing them for millions. I think it's like $12 million, $8 million, like that. Really? You fell asleep, and people were laughing. And so now you feel entitled to millions and millions of dollars because you were insulted. No, take responsibility for your life, guys. You fell asleep, you missed the game, some people made fun of you. Oh well. That life goes on. It's not saying that the reporters were wrong or right. It's just, instead of focusing on the feelings and feeling so awful, that people are making fun of you, brush yourself off and focus on what you can take responsibility for, and owning it, and messing up, and yeah, you know what, that was really stupid, I slept through the game, people made fun of me. It's over and done with. You don't need millions of dollars because you got poked fun at. Oh my goodness. I do that even, and I'm working really hard even with my children and getting that sense, because the tendency that we all do,
Hey guys.
Responsibility for whatever you did. Like, yeah, you messed up. It's okay. How can we fix it? And making the kid take responsibility and figure out how to fix it. Instead of helping them out with it, you give guidance and things like that. But if you're not owning up to your mistakes and making excuses, it's only hurting yourself and also driving other people crazy. And then really owning it. And here's the thing, is if
Hey guys.
you mess up, or guess what? You also can own your success. But basically, if something happens in the sense of to you, by owning it and saying, yes, you know what? I did do this. I completely messed up. Somebody gave me a giant investment of money, and I didn't make the best choices, and I blew it. Instead of making all the excuses, well, it wasn't my fault, somebody did this and somebody did that, and I really didn't waste money. It wasn't they weren't the best choices, get your power back. And guess what? If you own it, now you can start to move forward with it. And the biggest thing is when you're not owning it and all you're doing is blaming, you're not moving forward and you get stuck. And so many people are stuck on the blame game or the excuses, and they're not making progress, both personally and in business, if all you're doing is pointing fingers. So, it's your fault. You messed up. Own it and fix it. Fixing it moves you forward. Not fixing it keeps you, paralyzed. So the last
Hey guys,
thing, or maybe last thing anyways, to tie it into is life begins right outside of your comfort zone. So all the stuff we've been talking about, if you're not doing it, it's okay. It means it's outside your comfort zone. So how are you going to move from the little bowl and jump out and get to this big giant bowl? Well, it's getting out of your comfort zone. So your comfort zone, like they like to say, is your failure zone. So here's the thing: is it's where you're at right now, but keep in mind, whatever it is, your comfort zone is usually not your comfort. All of the exciting stuff, it's outside of the comfort zone. Why? Because not many people are willing to get to it. So how to break free and things that you want to do, getting that idea of why it's worth it to get out of your comfort zone is, you're choosing your life and you're not letting if hello? Gil, I hear really crazy feedback.
Yeah, I hear it too. It should come off here in a second. Do you still hear it? It's off on my end. Lauren, you there? Oh no, I think Lauren's about to get... Oh, I hear something. You there?
Hello?
There you go. You just went, you just rejoined us. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, can you hear me okay?
Yes, now we can hear you okay.
Yeah.
You cut out.
That was really weird. Okay, where did it cut off?
Just before the that sound popped up.
Gotcha. Okay, so you heard that sound too, though, right?
Yes, I did. I don't hear it anymore though.
Me neither. That's weird. Okay, not sure. Okay, anywho's, cool. How are we doing on timing? We're okay?
Yeah, we're okay. Whenever you're ready to close out or wrap up the segment, we're good on time.
Hey guys, Vic Strizos here.
Lauren, you with us?
Anywho's. Hello?
I think
Yeah.
you got a bad connect.
Sorry, I don't know what's happening with audio.
Yeah, you're you might want to double check the internet. It cuts out. We can hear you okay. There are times when like it just goes on a fritz. So we're okay now. We can hear you okay.
Let me know. I'm not sure. We've done so many internet battling. I mean, we have top speed internet. We have everything fixed, and somehow I don't know why it's still happening.
Got it. No worries. But we're okay. We can still hear you okay now.
Okay. Anyways, okay. Well, let's try to get through. Okay. Anyways, okay. Breaking free of the comfort zone. I think maybe I've said enough on this slide. Okay. So pretty much what that is your the idea and your self-image controls yourself, and this is where it all comes down to.
Guys,
If your belief doesn't match where you're going, then instead it's going to keep correcting you. And here's how it works is if you want to become, super successful or something like this. Okay, well, my goal in this case, okay, I've told you what my intention is before, is I want to create a new business, and I want that business to bring in $20,000 in the month of September. That's my goal. My intention is to get there, and we talked a lot on intentions. Well, here's where this thermostat comes in, and this is where your beliefs are super powerful. If you don't have a high sense of belief that you can actually achieve, in my case, if I don't believe that I can get to $20,000, and I'm focused on, oh my goodness, I don't think I can bring in that much leads or all of this stuff, but you're working on getting a high level of belief that it's possible. Well, here's the thing. As the money starts to come in, if you've never made that kind of money, then suddenly your subconscious is literally going to play a trick on you. And that's where I said, you have to have this idea of yourself. If your idea is only that you're a $30,000 a year type of person, and then you go and you suddenly get this influx of money coming in, your subconscious is going to say, whoa, wait a second, this doesn't match.
Hey guys,
Vic
Strides
you
is
don't
here.
see yourself
Recently,
as successful, and things are going to happen in your life, and that you're not going to keep up that momentum and sustain that level of growth. So in this business, I want $20,000. That's my belief system. Working very hard on making sure that happens. Now, these little thoughts can pop in, like, oh my goodness, you know what? I don't think I'm going to have enough money to send out my advertising next month. Ooh, that's going to really hurt.
Hey guys,
or,
Vic Strides.
I don't know if I can actually get this many clients. And all of these little things that just start to trigger, and these doubts, is actually your thermostat saying, ding, 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 ding. Nope, you need to stay where you're at, because you've never done this before. And that's the funny thing with me is, dealing with all these self-doubts, I'm like, wait a second, I have done this before.
Hey guys, Vic.
Difference? I had a business partner last time. Now I'm doing it by myself. Is there really a difference? No. However, those little beliefs are kind of tapping. Oh, well, you know what? It was so much easier before because there was two of you. And things like that. And this is where you have to watch. Thermostat that's getting in here, and your subconscious is trying to bring you back to the level that you're currently at, what fits your self-image. So if my self-image is that I don't see myself being able to pull this off by myself, that's where these little nagging doubts can come in, take their seeds, and it's bringing me back to the levels. So no, I do not want to stay set at 72 degrees. I want to go up to 75 or whatever it might be. It's impossible unless
Hey guys, Vic.
Focus on that belief itself. And when that level of belief is up, it will counteract that status quo. And all nullify them so that way you can make the jump and get to where you want to go.
Hey guys.
And that's where we're going to leave it for today. And then tomorrow we're going to jump into getting into the perfect environment that bolsters onto all of this. So we've talked about setting the goals. Today was a great session on, getting your belief level up so you can actually achieve those goals. And now it's about, planting those seeds and really caretaking it and nurturing it and making sure that you're in the right environment to actually reach those goals and sustain your beliefs.
Awesome. Nice little segue there. And then, Lauren, if you could type in your Facebook link, a good email to contact you, maybe even a phone number, best ways to reach out and connect with you. I'll send that out to everybody that's on the session. We do have some new folks that are here on the session as well. So if you guys are looking to create the ideal environment, then obviously you want to be working with the right kind of people, moving in the same direction or heading into the destination you want to get to. So if you're interested in generating a part-time or a full-time income online in the form of blogging, social media marketing, or sending out emails, then you are definitely in the right place, right? We can definitely work with you on that. And so thanks again for those that jumped on. Do look out for the replays. It will go live on the website that you are currently following. If you're not already subscribed on our email and mailing list, please remember to hit the subscribe button on YouTube, and you can also go ahead and enter your name and email on the main websites. And any of our content contributors during these sessions as well. Maria, you are good to go. Don't worry about it right now. In the meantime, just continue with what you're working on. We'll take one of the sessions that we are doing here today and make sure you guys know how to upload and import these leads that we are generating, and we will go from there. So, Lauren, you good to go on your end? Did you enter the info somewhere by any chance? Oh, that is funny. Lauren just got booted off again, I think. Yeah. Good thing it happened at that time, though. She was just wrapping up her little segment. So once again, welcome, welcome, and thank you for joining us here. You should be able to catch the replay here within about 12 to 24 hours. Thank you very much. And we'll catch you on our next session, Monday through Fridays, 12 noon Pacific Standard Time. And I'll see you guys. Well, let's see. Is there any way we can think out? No. All right. Cool. So thanks for jumping on, guys. We'll catch you guys tomorrow, and have a good one. Bye-bye.